everyone, welcome to my channel. This week we will take a look at Gantry Plaza State Park in Queens. In my previous videos, I provided background information and tried to point out some historical significance of the places I was showing. However, for this week, I want to mostly show you some beautiful images of the place and what to expect once you get here. You know, like they say, sometimes a picture can be worth 1,000 words, and I think this place falls into that category. This state park opened in 1998 and it's located in Long Island City. The whole neighborhood is fascinating, and to be honest with you, it changed drastically in the last 20 years or so. I remember when I was a kid, this used to be a rather run-down area in many places, and these are just some buildings and streets still left over to give you some examples of the past. But when you walk in the neighborhood today, it has completely transformed itself from the industrial past. Stunning buildings with lots of amenities like gyms, pools, excellent transportation with buses and subways in the neighborhood, beautiful views of Manhattan, and lots of green areas and parks to stroll on. Of course, you are renting or buying one of these apartments, it comes with a pretty steep price tag. Many neighborhoods along the waterfront have changed like this in Queens and Brooklyn. Over there, for example, where the buildings are, is Greenpoint, another neighborhood which in the last 20 years has been completely transformed. And then just behind it is Williamsburg, same story, and both of which I will show you in the future as they are the story of my youth. But when you are here, it is an amazing visual representation of Midtown Manhattan. Here is the United Nations building. Before this building was completed, the United Nations was housed in Corona Park. So if you want to learn a little bit more information on that, definitely check out one of my previous videos about Corona Park, which I did a week ago. Here is the Freedom Tower and Lower Manhattan. And this is Queensboro Bridge. Ooh, you know what? This is something I will soon explore on this channel as well. The various bridges like Brooklyn Bridge, Williamsburg Bridge, Queensboro that you see right here, and George Washington Bridge. So definitely stay tuned. I especially recommend coming here right before sunrise so that you can get cool pictures like this one. Or the best time to come here, right on sunset, so that you can see this. During warm evenings, there are many people taking pictures of this, including professionals, for example, for newspapers, movies, TV, and of course, I needed to get in on the action as well. An amateur YouTuber, I got these cool photos and not being beaten up during the process, so it's a good day indeed. Nights are gorgeous as well. And if you are ever in New York City, you can have some fun on the East River in jet skis. It looks really cool. There is a New York City ferry that has a stop here, and you can take it to travel between the different neighborhoods. When it comes to the park itself, it has a lot of great features. And when you look really closely, a lot of small little nice details, like pictured over here, for example. It's not plain and simple. There's actually some design in it, which really makes it look nice. Especially in the summer, many food trucks, so a wide variety of food. And of course, coin-operated binoculars for those close-up views. A place to play some chess. Lots of seating, which is actually very comfortable. These right here are my favorite. Also, many times in the summer, there are hammocks taken out. There are places to play soccer or throw around the ball, and even volleyball in the sand. A sort of beach. You can always rent bicycles and explore a much wider area, and even a pet daycare center. These are becoming more and more popular throughout New York City. And here we have an iconic Pepsi Cola sign. It was originally built in 1940, and it stood on top of a nearby Pepsi Cola factory, which closed down in 2003. And when this happened, the sign was moved right here into the park. Now, since the factory was closed a few years ago, there are some images online with the sign sitting on top of the building itself. So you guys can just look it up yourself, Google it. I personally do not want to show it because I can't find any image of it in the archives, and I do not own any pictures of it myself. So for copyright issues, I'm not gonna do so. Playground for kids are really nice and modern. And there is even a pretty nice place for dogs to hang out as well, and I guess talk about their daycare problems. The other iconic image of this place is these gantries. I like the fact that they were able to preserve some of these artifacts from the past and incorporate them into the modern design because it really gives it that unique, special look. About 100 years ago, like I mentioned, most of this area was industrial and busy with factories and trains. Tugboats moved what are called car floats to and from Manhattan with goods. Car floats are essentially barges with railroad tracks mounted on them so that they can be taken from water and put on tracks to be carried away by trains, let's say. And this is exactly what took place right here that you're looking at. These would take the barges out of the water, trains would back in and take them in or away on tracks. Here you see in many places, not only were the gantries preserved, but also the tracks themselves. And in general, I like that effort was made to kind of create this mishmash of old and new. As you even see, they try to preserve roads, like right here, for example, that kind of resemble the past. And I think it really sort of contributes to the beauty and the uniqueness of the place. But hey, then again, I do not live here. I do not need to travel with my car every single day on this and worry about my suspension. So, well, at least I like it. Here we have a rather recent installation, a heart monument dedicated to the healthcare workers and first responders during COVID. In the summer, many events are organized around the neighborhood, like you see here, music nights, for example, and lots of entertainment, especially with many small bars around, and I just had to take a picture of this. This is another thing I like to do, spot really cool cars around New York City. I should definitely make a video of this sometime in the future as well. Here, I'll be honest, since this was recorded about 3 months ago or so, therefore I don't completely remember what exactly car this is, but to me it looks like Mercury Comet from like 1960s, because I think by the 70s they changed the style of it. This is a branch of the Queens Public Library. Again, if ever nearby, this is definitely a place to visit and experience, or even take someone on a first date, for example. It's a pretty romantic atmosphere. Even the pigeons and the ducks like to hang out here, and hey, they got a view from above, so they know what's good. Thank you so much for spending these few minutes with me, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Like always, if yes, please subscribe, as I am just beginning this channel, so I have a lot of ideas on the way. And until next time, like always, stay adventurous and safe, or like the British said during World War II, keep calm and carry on.